Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to all of you in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School Thai. This is for grade 10. We are studying biology. Our chapter is chapter number 13, support and movement. And today we will continue our previous topic, that is human skeleton. This is lecture number 18. Today we will do components of skeleton. There are two major skeletal system parts. There are two major components of the human skeleton, and in an adult human skeleton there are 206 bones, and these bones are organized into a longitudinal axis, that is axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton is consists of 80 bones in the head and trunk of the body. This is the head and this is the trunk. Okay. Axial skeleton, it consists of 80 bones in the head, this region, and also in the trunk of the body. And appendicular skeleton, it consists of 126 bones. It consists of 126 bones, and in this part, in this skeleton, there are bones of pectoral girdle and also pelvic girdle. Okay, it is composed of pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. Now, one by one, we will see these bones. I told you how many bones in a human skeleton. There are 206 bones. Okay, and these bones are organized into a longitudinal axis, that is axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. In axial skeleton, I told you it consists of 80 bones, and these bones mean this axial skeleton it composed of head and trunk of the body. And this head region, or it is called skull. The skull contains 22 bones, out of which 8 bones are cranial and 14 bones are facial bones. These are the bones, okay? And there are another 6 ossicles bones, mean bones of the ear, okay? There are 6 bones, it composed of 6 bones of ossicles, and also rib cage and vertebral column, and also this one in the neck there is a bone that is called hyoid bone. That is a hyoid bone. So we can say axial skeleton it is composed of mainly 5 parts. 5 parts mean 5 types of bones. These are skull, ossicles, hyoid bone, vertebral column, and also sternum. Okay. Now, what about the appendicular skeleton? But about the appendicular skeleton, it is composed of 126 bones. Okay, and this appendicular skeleton composed of pectoral girdle and also pelvic girdle. And what is the function of the axial skeleton? Its function is to protect, support, and carrying other parts of the body. And function of the appendicular skeleton, its function is it helps in locomotion and manipulation of the environment. Now you can see here different types of bones of the axial skeleton. Okay, these are the bones of the axial skeleton. I told you it consists of skull. In the skull also there are two another types of bone. These are called ossicles, mean bones of ears. There are 6 bones of ears, and neck bone it is called hyoid bone. It is called hyoid bone. And skull it is consist of 22 bones. Skull consists of 22 bones, and then another bones are ossicles bones, meaning 6 bones of the ear, and one is this one, it is called hyoid bone. This one is present in the neck, and also vertebral column. This one it consists of 33 bones. It consists of 33 bones, and this is the rib cage. This is the mean this whole this area it is called thoracic cage. It is called thoracic cage, but in this thoracic cage there are you can see ribs. Okay, so this part is also called sternum, and it has 24 ribs. Okay, it has 24 ribs, and this hole is this long is called vertebral column. It is called vertebral column. So this axial skeleton, or you can say this circle part, it consists of how many bones? It consists of 80 bones. Is it clear? This hole is consists of 80 bones. You can see here, I told you about axial skeleton. Consists of skull. Number one, skull. There are five parts. This is the skull. Five types of bones: skull bone, ossicles, middle ears. These are six bones, hyoid bone, and this is the chest in rib cage. There are also 24 ribs, and this is the vertebral column. This is the vertebral column. These all bones collectively make axial skeleton. Okay. Now, next is appendicular skeleton. Next is appendicular skeleton. This skeleton it is composed of 126 bones. 126 bones. And these bones are, it is composed of pectoral girdle and also upper limb. Now you can see here distribution of the bones. I told you it consists of how many bones? 126 bones, and these are the pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. Now you can see here distribution of the bones. Four bones in the pectoral girdle. Six, it consists of 60 bones make upper limb, and two in the pelvic girdle there are two bones, and also in the lower limb there are 60 bones. So collectively it is consists of 126 bones in bones of the pelvic girdle and pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle means bones of shoulder, and pelvic this bone. Okay, hip bones you can see. So what is the function of the appendicular skeleton? Its function is it allows us to move and manipulate objects, and it includes all bones besides axial skeleton. Axial skeleton, this one you can say this is the colored part. This is the colored part. This part is consists of, and also in previous slide you have seen this part. In axial skeleton, this is yellow colored. It consists of axial. I mean, this is the axial part, axial skeleton of the human body. Okay, and left this whole is appendicular skeleton. Is it clear? Next topic is joint. Next topic is joint. So what is a joint? How you can define it? It is the site, or it is the location where two or more bones join together. Okay. And what is the function of the joint? They allow movement and provide mechanical support. Okay, this is the joint. You can say, but how you can define it? It is the site, it is a place, or it is a location where two or more bones join together. Either these joints can move, or either cannot move. Okay, it is called joints. Joints can be classified on the basis of the degree of movement. You can see here there is classification of joints. When joints are classified on the movement of tissue types. Okay, and you can see here three main types of joints. Three main types of joints. One is immovable, another is slightly movable, and third one is freely movable. And now, what about the tissue types? Also fibrous, cartilaginous, and synovial. Okay. Now, what about the classification? I mean, what about the types? There are three main types of joints. First one is fixed or immovable joint. you can see. First one are immovable joints. Such joints allow no movement, for example, the joint of the bone skull. And I will show you in next slide immovable joint. Okay, this is the immovable joint. It cannot move. Is it clear? And it is present in the skull. You can say skull bone. These joints mean this is the you can say interlock and they cannot move. They are held together by a tough fiber. That's why they cannot move. Now, second is number two, slightly movable joints. Slightly movable joints. These joints allow slightly movement. These joints allow slightly movement. For example, vertebrae. You can see here vertebral column, vertebrae bones of the ribs. Bones of the ribs. This one you can see. These are ribs and these ribs can move slightly. So these are called slightly movable joints. Is it clear? And these joints are held together, or these bones are held together by strong strap, and that strap is called ligament. That strap is called ligaments. That's why these can slightly move. Okay. Now, third type of the joints, it is called movable joints. Third type is you can say freely movable joints or movable joints. Now, what is the function of the movable joints? They allow a variety of movements. For example, shoulder joint, for example, shoulder joints, hip joints, and knee joints. Okay, you can see here hip joints, knee joints. Now, there are many types of movable joints in our body, and these types are called. You can see first this is a picture of immovable joints, and then I told you about movable joints. And there are another types of movable joints or hinge joints and ball and socket joints. This is the hinge joints. This is the hinge joints, mean joints of elbow joints and knee joints. Okay, these joints move back and forth like the hinge on a door and allow movements in one plane only. Allow movements in one plane only. Is it clear? Hinge joint. This is the type of the movable joint. Is it clear? And these examples of these joints are elbow joint and knee joints. And these joints can move in one plane only. Next is ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joints. What is the function of the ball and socket joints? These joints allow movement in all directions. In you can say circular direction. So these joints are called movable joints. And example of these joints is hip joint. Example of ball and socket joint is hip joint. Okay, and shoulder joint also. Now, what about the hip joint? It is one of the largest joint in the body. It is one of the largest joint in the body, and this is a type of the movable joint. Okay, it is the connection between the lower limb and the pelvic girdle, and its type I told you before. It is most perfect example of ball and socket joint, and it can move in circular. It can allow movement in all directions, you can say in a circle. Now, next topic is tendons and ligaments. Tendons and ligaments. First of all, we should know about tendons. What are the tendons? Tendons are tough bands, and its function is when these tendons join muscle to the bone. Join muscle to the bone. How they join muscle to the bone? When a muscle contracts, tendon exert a pulling force on the attached bones, which moves as a cell, and that's why we can move or our body parts can move. Okay. Now, what about the ligaments? Ligaments are strong and flexible bands. Ligaments are strong and flexible bands. And what is the function of the ligaments? Ligaments join bone to another bone. Ligaments join one bone to another bone. And tendons join muscle to the bone. Now here you can see in detail about muscles, tendons and ligaments. And also this is the picture. Now this one is the tendon. This one is the tendon. You can see here. I told you tendon. It is a tough band, and it is composed of or consists of fibrous connective tissue which attach muscle to bone. This is the bone, and these are the muscles. These are the muscles, skeletal muscles, and tendons bind, or you can say join these muscles to the bone. Okay. Now, second is about ligament. Second is about ligament. Ligament are strong and flexible bands. Ligaments are strong and flexible bands. You can see these all are the ligaments, and its function is join one bone to another bone. One bone to another bone. Okay. And a ligament is a fibrous connective tissue which attach one bone to the another bone, and its function is it serves to hold structures together and keep them stable. Okay, students. In our next topic, inshallah, we will do muscles and movement. Okay, in our next topic, we will do about muscles and movement. Okay, students, take care. Allah Hafiz.